Duck, where have you been? Well, been here a lot. You will see it eventually when I get done making the video, but I have close to, if not more than 25 hours in a 19 Jeep. Currently working on the write-up process of it. I attempted to make a video on it, but you know, when you're 20 hours deep, you kind of want to just get the car fixed. But yeah, I've been busy. Some outside projects, you know, some outside stuff. Things I'm not going to speak about just yet, but they will come out. Work's been crazy, my normal job. We had a crazy month with the Heritage Golf Tournament. But yeah, I've been working behind the scenes. I've still been watching, keeping up with you guys, and you know, on the community forums and seeing what you're saying and trying to respond to where I can. But you know, I am human, and I've been busy, guys. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who commented for the giveaway for the Masters topics. I really appreciate everybody jumping in there and giving us some really good feedback. That was a great idea by Luciana Pitar, you know, and it really did a good job. And I hope the winner really enjoys his products. But yeah, so those videos are going to be in the works. I mean, honestly, guys, I've had some videos in my head, already have the parts ready, going on a month now. It's just, I gotta take it and do stuff when I can. And you know, priorities are priorities. But yes, thank you for everybody who participated in the community forum, you know, giveaway. Also, for everybody who watched my story, you know, thank you. Thank you. It's legit. It's the real deal. I mean, we're actually in the shop where it was filmed at. You know, this shop is where I learned a lot and got my teeth kicked in a lot. That's my real story. But I can't imagine. I never would have imagined that it would have reached that many people. It's ridiculous to me. It's crazy. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that, and I hope I, you know, can inspire the up and coming techs and those who are unsure what they want to do right this time, you know, right at this second. I mean, I tell you, at 19, I had no idea what I wanted to do as far as a profession. I just like cars, and it just kind of fell into place, and I made a living at it, and I got better with it. But you know, also, guys, I put time in, and not every shop that I worked for was great. Not every dealership was great. You know, not every service manager I had was great and honest. You know, I will say the reason why I'm still here at this shop is because of the fact that he's a man of his word, and I do believe in him, and he has pushed me and continue to promote me to do better. You know, yeah, man. Don't burn bridges, guys. The ones who take care of you are the ones that you really want to make sure you hang on to, and you be a good person to. Okay. Especially in a small town like where I'm at in Savannah. There's a few shops, but there's only maybe 2 that I would actually go work for. So don't burn bridges. And if you're getting in the industry, you know, brand new, expect to do the hard stuff. You know, expect to be that guy in the corner with the broom. I am really, really, really efficient with a broom. So, you know, you're going to put your work in to get where you want to get at, guys. You know, it's going to take time to train. You're probably going to have to do some of that stuff on your own, and that's what I did. Is what it is, guys. You know, you get out what you put in, as long as you have the team behind you to really help you get there. And if it's crap, it's crap, you know.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
The reason why we're here today is an actual service call. we are going to be programming keys for a Cadillac SUV. I was here previously and I attempted to, reprogram the keys back to the vehicle. It just, the newer year GM vehicles, once you program that key, it's done, at least with GM software. I don't have the TOPDON Dart system or what they use, their actual key programming tools. I will be doing it with the J-Box, and I'll be using GM factory software. There is a TSB for this vehicle. So what the story is behind this is that the battery died, and when the battery died, and when it was replaced, it ended up losing its key, code, sync, whatever handshake the key does with the immobilizer system on this vehicle. So there's a TSB that tells you to reprogram the BCM, which has already been done. And when you reprogram the BCM, that is supposed to prevent this from happening again. So the next time the battery dies, the key programming will not be lost. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. I did the programming already for the BCM. I took a chance and just tried to program the existing keys back to the vehicle, and it's just not going to take it. I'm sure there's random instances of that not being the case, and you could program it back to it, or if maybe some EEPROM stuff or a different tool or whatever the case may be. But at this point, I have what I have to work with. I know what GM expects. I know what GM offers. I know what it is. I've gotten brand new keys from the dealership, and they would not program the vehicles. Also, I know for a fact that on certain of the Cadillac brands, the Escalade in particular, we have gone from a waiting period of 10 or 12 minutes to 2 hours. So imagine that, 2 hours to program keys. Is there a bypass? I don't know. I only program keys with factory tools at this point. I also, when you're programming keys for any vehicle, you better make sure that you are the one to verify that the car that you are programming keys to is actually for the owner of the vehicle. You are reliable. If you program keys for some random person off the street to a vehicle and you don't have proof of ownership, registration, driver's license, any of that stuff, and they go and steal that car, and guess who they're going to come looking for? It's a very serious deal. That's why we have the NASTF and then other manufacturers that are or the other companies and organizations that are stepping in and trying to put a damper into the car theft thing. You used to be able to. There's some tools out there you can just walk up and program a key and just be done, 5 minutes, if that. Hell, there's things out there that you can just clone the RF code. You got to think these keys are nothing more than a garage opener door. So, food for thought. If you're going to program keys, cover your what, okay? So, I'm going to use the J-Box. I can't move the vehicle, so we're going to do it outside. We're going to use a power supply because there is a big, long waiting period. I believe it's 10 or 12 minutes. So we use a power supply to keep the battery, maintained. J-Box, scan tool, SPS2, GM software. So let's get this over and done with, guys. All right. All right, guys, like I said, we're going to be using the RLink J2534 pass-through box. Let me look at this. Nice cover. Nice case. This size of this thing is, compared to the other ones, you just can't beat it. Also, we're going to be using TechLine Connect. Thank God that the TLC gods were looking down upon me and were gracious enough to allow me to use this scan tool today. You never know what you're going to get with TLC. Some days it like you, some days it don't like you. I'm not going to use the other meme. Alright, we got our 2 brand new keys, which is required for the procedure, at least for what I am aware of. If you're going to do any kind of mobile programming, key programming, diagnostic stuff, sometimes cars won't move and sometimes you need a cord. I am very particular about my stitching cords, so I love the wrap-up cords. So forgive the outside noise, I don't have a choice in the matter, so we're going to follow the yellow brick road. And I have the hazards on. You'll see that. That's because I can't actually cut the vehicle on right this second, okay? We do have a battery maintainer. It is not a charger. It is strictly a maintainer, okay? Big difference. I don't have one of the nice top-down ones yet, but we're hoping to get there. The extension cord, I love this thing. It rolls up very nicely, very compact. You got 3 outlets, and if you have power, it will light up. We just can't see it outside. Fun fact, when I started the procedure, the horn was going off, so that is the horn fuse that I pulled. No fun, no bueno. Alright, we'll come over here, and as you can see, here we are. We are using the RLink, and she's already communicating and she's happy. We got her plugged in. And we are right in the sun. I apologize, friends. And you're gonna see that. Let me try to, yeah, goodness gracious. All right, real quick. On newer vehicles, we all have these caps now, right? So when you lock the vehicle and the battery's dead and you can't open it with a key fob, you're gonna have to remove the cap off the driver's door and use a key blade. Take the extra step and take care of these. Put it back on. Don't be that guy, okay? So, I'm going to try to get you guys set up where you can actually see this. Like I told you, the glare is terrible. But we are already in GDS. Come here. Well, technically TLC. But we are going to go, and we're going to go into good old SPS2. And we are going to cross our fingers and hope that this vehicle actually, or TLC decides that it actually wants to do its job today. So far, so good. I am sorry about the glare, guys. I know y'all want to see my face. This is terrible. Alright, hopefully this is a little better. So whenever we're doing keys, especially on GMs, one of the new Fords has them too, but there's going to be a programming pocket that we got to put in. Now, I'm not going to show you the pocket on this vehicle because I want to not disrespect the owner of the vehicle. On this one, it is in a glove box, and that's where I'm going to stick my keys at next before we get started, okay? Alright, so now the key, first key is actually in the pocket. We're going to hit next, and it's going to do its hokey pokey thing where it's going to decide if it wants to be nice to me or not. It's going to give us some options for what we did. Right now, we're just going to be adding keys to it. Where's my cursor? We're going to be adding keys right now, okay? Everything else has already been done, so we're going to hit the add key function. You'll see the attention. Guys, any time you're using a scan tool or any of that kind of stuff and doing procedures you're unaware of, or, you know, just if it says attention, take the few minutes and read what it says. There's a reason why it's there, okay? I've done this a lot. I'm not concerned about that. I know what it wants. So we're going to hit this, okay? It says insert. Let me change you up a little bit. Sorry, guys. This is a terrible idea. It says insert the next key to be programmed into the thing. Take all other keys out, and that's what we did. So we'll hit next, and now you're going to see we're going to have the waiting game. Ding, 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 ding. That is the vehicle saying hello. I'm actually going to cut off the hazards now because the car is awake. And you're also going to have to deal with the ding ding because I could not lower the driver's door window until we actually started this process. So we're going to wait these 12 minutes and we will finish up the process then. So I tried to be slick and just close the door actuator, you know, with a screwdriver, but it was still dinging. So I ended up having to just lower the window and then pass through the computer while it's still connected through the window. I hate dinging just as much as the next person does, so we're gonna keep on waiting our 6.5 minutes, and then we will get started on the other half of the procedure. Once everything is pretty much done, will be a lot quicker than this. I'm pretty sure the reason why they make us wait this time limit is because of the fact that if you are trying to steal the vehicle or make a key for a car that's not yours, this gives the authorities more of a chance to catch you. I will say, on the newer ones, the Escalades in particular, I ran into it firsthand. It is not 12 minutes, it is 2 hours. And I spoke with a specialized locksmith guy and asked him about it, and he told me that for those 2 hours, there will be props where you have to be in the vehicle and actually do what the Scanto says, whether it be hit the brake pedal or the gas pedal 3 times or whatever the case may be. But if you're not there during the 2 hours, when it gives you the prop, it will kill itself and you'll have to restart all over again. I don't know about you, but I don't want my expensive laptop or my tool in a hot vehicle for 2 hours, and I don't want to be in a car for 2 hours. So thank God this one's only 12 minutes. All right, let's get ready for the rocket launch. Now it's going to go through a series of hit the button, wait, and then hit the button, wait, and then switch out keys, hit the button, wait, hopefully. We'll see what happens. Live and direct, guys. Please wait. Okay, insert new key. Now, the key that I want to have in there to be programmed is already in there. So all we're going to do now is find our cursor with this terrible glare, and we're going to hit next. Wait our 5 seconds. Please press the start-stop button once. So I'm going to hit that button. Click like a torque wrench. We'll hit next, and now we'll wait 10 seconds. We should hear a ding 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 from the car here in a minute. Like I said, programming is easy till it's not. Hey, ding ding ding. Okay, we're gonna wait, be patient, and then see what our next prompt is. Okay, this transponder key was learned successfully. We'll hit next. Should have us remove it. Do I want to learn more? Yes, I do. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take out the key that's in there very carefully because I don't fit very well. Alright, one thing, TOPDON, we need a longer cable on the J-Box. Oh God, getting old. Alright, so the key that said it was programmed is out. We're going to put in our second key that we want to program back in our transponder spot. And I'm going to do the hokey pokey to get around this cable in this door. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Anything to get rid of the damn ding, 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 ding. Alright. Okay, we'll hit next. And we should repeat the same process. At one point we'll have to hit the lock and unlock buttons to do it. Okay, so hold on. Start, stop once. Click. Torque to spec. Wait our 10 seconds. Ding, 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 ding. That's a Jeopardy reference. All right. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Isn't programming fun? Transponder key was learned successfully. Okay, let's figure out what the next step is. Okay, next. Do you want to learn more keys? No, I do not. Please wait. Turn the vehicle to the off power mode. See, right here, it's telling us that the actual vehicle's in the run mode. So we're going to hit this button and turn her off. Okay. You see how I picked it by itself? Press the start button and hold it down for 12 seconds. All right. We're going to hold it down. We'll wait 12 seconds. The good thing is that this actually means it's going to work. Alright, keep the start button pressed run until the vehicle goes into run mode. Okay, so we'll hold this down to go into service mode. On GMs it's like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. You hold down the start button, you'll see when it changes. And if not, oh shit, we'll do it again. All right, there's that. I need more eyeballs, guys, and less glare. Beep. All right, turn the vehicle off. And we'll wait our 30 seconds. Like I said, keys can be hokey pokey, at least dealing with the OEM manufacturer software. Some keys are painless. And this being an all keys lost situation, it makes it even more painful. I mean, we could program a 16 Toyota key, just add a key in like 5 minutes. All right, so they all been synced to the vehicle. That's what it tells me. I'm gonna hit next. All right, we're gonna try to start the vehicle, okay? All right, guys, I cannot show you inside the vehicle, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna see if she cranks up, okay? There we go. Money. Money, 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 money. Alright, so all we're going to do here now is actually remove the key that we just programmed, and we're going to stick the key that we programmed the first time in the car and see if she starts again, okay? Alright, round 2. Don't let it fool you, guys. These new GMs kind of suck with the remote fob. So whenever you get into the car and it says no key found, hit the remote button, like the actual unlock or lock function. Make the remote talk to the car, and then it will actually do its job. But obviously the vehicle started. All right. There was a screen that said if it had a clutch, do clutch thing. But what GM has a clutch nowadays besides? I'm not even sure if the new Corvettes have clutches. Maybe. But yeah, so here we're done. We'll hit exit out of here. Let's do this real quick. I hear you, caller, I hear you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna verify that this works. I'm not gonna show you that part. Let's see. So it also programmed the actual key fob functions at the same time that it programmed the immobilizer functions. So lock, unlock, boom, boom, boom. And that was programming keys, guys. It can be painful, it can be painless. Just depends on what you're dealing with and what you had to work with. All right, guys. Well, that's about it for this one. As we can see. Let me see. Nope. Let's do this. Yep. All right, we got that. I'm not going to show you the inside of the car, but I'm going to hokey pokey my way in here. We're going to hit the button. Yeah. She works. Let's not forget, okay? This has to go back on. Then also we got to put the horn relay back in. Make sure our fuse box is actually, sealed up tight, nice. Pack up our tools, clean up our mess, write up our story, and that's it. Programming keys can be daunting. It could be a pain. It depends on what you're using. It depends on The vehicle, the vehicle for sure. But this one's pretty painless, guys. Pretty painless. So, glad to be back, and hope you enjoy this one, guys.